Hey guys, this video is a walk and talk because I needed more space to talk about this topic. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm talking about sexual healing. And the reason that I want to start bringing this into conversation is because it's another one of those topics where I didn't see a whole bunch of videos on gay men addressing sexual abuse and sexual healing. And it is a personal experience that I've had that sexual healing has been a huge part of my life, my process, my journey over many years. And it wasn't until 4 years ago that I had a complete picture of what happened to me as a child. Part of the reason I'm bringing this up is to open up the space for more of us to know that we're not the only ones. I think that the statistics are that 1 in 3 women will experience sexual abuse in their lifetime, and that 1 in 6 men/boys will experience sexual abuse. And I would say that probably the numbers are equal because men generally don't report and share those things. In my experience working with other men, I've worked with plenty of men who've experienced sexual abuse and sexual trauma. Most of them did not come to me because they wanted to work on that. They came to me with other problems. And it usually wasn't until like sometimes the 6th, maybe even the 10th session that they shared these things, that they shared about the trauma. And it went to show me how little we talk about these things and how important it is because, of course, it affects every aspect of your life. If you've experienced sexual abuse, especially as a child, it informs who you are. And we are not having enough conversations around this. I don't know if I had spoken to any other gay men about their experiences of sexual abuse before I started talking about it. And then when I did, of course, the people around me had a lot of sympathy and they felt sorry for me. And it's just not my experience. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel a lot of self-compassion. I feel a lot of empathy for the many years, basically my whole life, of not knowing what happened and assuming that I was broken and wrong, and attributing some of those some of the results of sexual abuse, attributing it to other things, and I was looking in the wrong places because I didn't really know what had happened. And so I want to start the dialogue so that more of you who have experienced sexual abuse as well, so you don't feel alone and that you don't feel like you have to be in silence about it. That is probably the biggest shadow of experiencing sexual abuse that I've experienced, is feeling like I needed to be quiet about it. Without going into details of what actually happened, there were certainly family members that I needed to tell, and when I did tell them, the response was not helpful or supportive, which made me feel like I needed to be quiet even more. And thankfully, I have a rebellious fucking spirit. And if I feel like I am told to be quiet, I'm probably going to get on YouTube and start talking about it. So my hope is that with this short video, by me sharing that I've experienced this, and I know many other men who have, that this can be normalized in our relationships with each other. Because it is often so secretive and shameful, um, and because we have that belief that we need to be quiet about it, um, most of us walk around with it as a burden. And when we can speak about it and not have to hold it as secretive or shameful, then we can experience real, deep, and true healing. So, if you have not experienced sexual abuse, start to open your mind to the idea that your lovers, your friends, maybe even your partner have experienced it, and open up a space. I mean, you don't have to ask people directly, of course, but when you are going to have a sexual interaction with someone that maybe you don't know that well, you can open up the space for that to be a part of the conversation. That for me has been so healing in my relationship with other men, in my sexual healing, is to be able to say, hey, this thing happened, and so it might affect how I am engaging with you, and I'm healing from some of these things. And that doesn't mean that you have to baby me, but that if something happens, if something comes up, that you will already know. And that makes me feel more safe. That helps me heal. It helps them be more open with anything that they want to discuss. And and can we all start to move towards a relationship of sexual interaction with each other that assumes that we all have stuff that we're working through, even if it's not sexual abuse? Because our sexuality and how we engage with it, it's so powerful and so beautiful, but also one that has become, for many of us, a single note and doesn't include a lot of space for healing to happen. My hope is that all sex can be healing in whatever way it's experienced, but the intention of it is to bring us closer to ourselves and to each other in a way that is healing and makes us feel more intimately connected with each other. So, I will talk a lot more about sexual healing in the future, giving some suggestions and hopefully some helpful ways to approach your own sexual healing. But I just wanted to start the conversation here. So I want you to know that if you've experienced it, you're not alone. I want you to know that if you've experienced it, that there is freedom in talking about it if and when it feels right. And for those who have not experienced it, please open up a space for healing in your relationships. It will help you too.